It happened again. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I thought I was happy. You see, I finally got married to the love of my life, but there's still this really big hole in my heart. A hole left by Halo 3. Will there ever be a game that gives me joy the way Halo did? Splitgate is an arena shooter that would essentially be what Halo would be if it had a love child with Portal, with a little hint of Titanfall in there. Now, for those of you who are around my age, which is like 23-ish, and were blessed to be able to play Halo 2, 3, and Reach at their peaks, you will 100% play this game and see the essence of the good Halo games in this game. From the guns, to the map design, to the announcer.
Double kill!
This game really is the spiritual successor to old school Halo. What really makes it unique though is one big difference: portals. Yes, you heard me right. Portals. I never thought that combining portals in an arena shooter would work, but man oh man, it's perfect. Don't worry though, the portals aren't this overpowered mechanic. You can't just portal anywhere you want. You can only make portals on these blue designed walls and ceilings and floors that are kind of easy to tell apart from other walls. So it's not just this thing where you just spam portals everywhere you want. You have to be smart. You can walk through portals, fly through portals, shoot through portals. You can even use your teammates' portals or even your enemies' portals. Oh yeah, you have this little jetpack booster that can get you pretty high, so that's how you fly through portals. Just like the game Portal, momentum carries over to the next portal, and there are places on some maps to use this momentum to your advantage.
Hill contested. Hill controlled.
Halo plus portals plus a jetpack and it equals hella fun. And it's free to play on Steam, but not on PS4 or Xbox yet. Sorry console fans. I think they're working on it, so if you're watching this video like a couple weeks from now, you might want to look it up yourself. But like any other free to play game, there's gonna be microtransactions. You can customize your armor, you can customize your gun skins, and you can even customize your portals. And of course, there's loot boxes. And you can purchase loot boxes. But honestly, if you're not that big of a fan of cosmetics like I am, you can easily live your life without these loot boxes. Plus, you get one every level, unlike Apex. See, Splitgate, you're already doing something right. Now, there are 4 main ways to play this game at the moment. You can play against AI, which is good for like new players, custom games when you want to play with friends and just practice, social, which is essentially quick play, and ranked. I'd recommend just hopping into social first before you go into ranked. There are a lot of different game types and a bunch of guns to choose from. And if you're a big Halo fan like I am, you're gonna recognize these guns. You got the assault rifle, you got the pistol, which most people call a sniper pistol because it's pretty strong. You got the battle rifle, and yes, it's still named the battle rifle. Are they allowed to just use the same names as Halo? You got shotguns, snipers, plasma rifles, rocket launchers, SMGs, and this beam rifle thing, which is like a mini Spartan laser. You remember the Spartan laser? It goes, but on a small scale, like. You are also equipped with 2 grenades every time you spawn, and these 2 grenades don't hurt anybody, so don't be throwing them at each other, it's going to be a waste of time. What they do is they close the enemy's portals, which can be good if they're trying to shoot you through it or if they're trying to follow you. Now, I'm going to go over all the different game types available right now. Pretty straightforward, first to 50 kills wins. Now this may sound like it might be broken with the portals and stuff, but if you have the flag, you cannot go through a portal with the flag. So you can get to the flag really quick, but getting out of the area is going to be a little bit trickier. You can still jetpack with the flag though, and you can still drop the flag like you did in Halo to whip out your gun and get a kill and pick it up later.
Flag dropped. Flag taken. Flag dropped. Flag taken.
First to 5 points wins. There will be a designated area that is the hill. The first to control the hill uncontested for 250 seconds wins, and the hill will move and tell you where the next hill will be. Okay, so this is the one where I was like, didn't Halo call it oddball? It's just strange. I feel like Halo should own the copyright. I mean, obviously not, because they're calling it oddball. Anyway, oddball is simple. Whoever controls the oddball for 250 seconds wins. You could still melee, jetpack, and use portals with the oddball. So it's actually pretty easy to run away from enemies with the oddball, but you can't physically run with the ball, so you're kind of a slow man with a weak ball. This is the only game where you don't start with an assault rifle. Instead of an assault rifle, you're equipped with a battle rifle, and you guarantee instant kills with a headshot. It's just like SWAT from Halo, and it's one of my favorite game types, but I can understand how a lot of people may not enjoy it because it requires a lot more skill than other game types. Domination is simple. There are 3 different areas that you need to control. Every time you control an area, you gain a point for every second, and the first to 750 points wins. Now, this game type with portals is actually a lot of fun because you can portal from one side of the map to the other side of the map to ensure that you can control both C and A. A lot of Call of Duty games have that issue where if you control C, it's very difficult to control A because the gap between them is so large, but not this game. Whenever you kill somebody, they drop a teabag. You don't actually get a point until you walk up to that teabag and teabag. Yes, you're gonna crouch up and down on their faces, and that's how you get a point. This is basically a spin-off of Kill Confirmed from Call of Duty, but this is a lot more hilarious and pretty rewarding when you get those sick teabag kills. It's only available on ranked when you go in solo, and it's essentially what it is, a free-for-all. And that is the essence of Splitgate. But right now, we're at the beginning of Splitgate, so there are definitely going to be improvements on the gameplay, and new maps, and new game types eventually. So let's talk about the things that I like and don't like about it, the pros and cons. The gameplay is super satisfying. Once you get used to the portal placements and the way you can use portals, you can make some really awesome plays. Since you can see through your own portals, you can shoot people through it like a window and they can't see you, but that also applies to you. The enemy's portals and your teammates' portals, you can't see through. So if you're gonna go through them, do it at your own risk. If you're gonna shoot through them, you're kind of just shooting in the dark. Because of this portal mechanic, there's not much camping going on in this game. Don't get me wrong, people will still find a way to camp, but there's more options to getting around that. You can portal right behind somebody and kill them real quick. You can portal on top of somebody and kill them from above. There's just so many ways to get rid of campers and get rid of people trying to be annoying. Plus, you have the ability to counter portals with the grenades that you have. It's a simple mechanic, but using a grenade that doesn't damage anybody but portals is smart. It's pretty nice to not have to worry about getting grenades spammed in a corner. The map design is really cool. There are some maps that are small and close quarters, and there are some maps that are extremely open vertically and horizontally because these portals allow for that. Not every map is perfect, and there's some maps that in my opinion aren't that great, but for the most part, they did a good job with the map designs. They definitely took inspiration from the best Halo maps. Remake the Pit. I'm gonna reiterate, this game feels like classic Halo, and for me, my favorite Halo game was Halo 3, and I am getting so much nostalgia playing this game. The maps, while well designed, are aesthetically not that pleasing. The color schemes or the layouts, I don't know how to explain it, they're just very unappealing to the eye. I can't tell where I am sometimes, it feels like a maze. There's not really clear distinctive color patterns or color palettes to really let you know that you're in this part of the map, or this area of a map. Yeah, I know that one side's red and one side's blue, but there's more colors than just red and blue. For example, the pit had a lot of callouts like green box, the sword room, because it was very distinct that you're on this side of the map. Take some of these maps that we have, everything is the same color throughout. It's black everywhere except for some distinctive red and blue lines. A little bit of color and a little bit of aesthetics can go a long way. Look at games like Overwatch. I never feel confused in any of those maps when they come out, even if they're perfectly symmetrical. The cosmetics are not that great. You don't really notice your skins half the time, but when you do die, you see them and they're kind of ugly. Because it's free to play, it's going to rely on its cosmetics and its loot box system to stay afloat, but these cosmetics are so ugly that I doubt people are willing to pay money for the loot box. I think a simple solution to this would be, instead of having 3 different armors that look exactly the same and are just different color palettes, just give us different armor sets, different chests, different legs, and different helmets, and allow for us to choose our color. Otherwise, most of these skins are not worth even getting. The gun skins and portal skins are pretty noticeable, so I can understand those being worth it. Also, the armor sprays, they're cool. I get where you're going with this, but only allowing us to use streamers and G Fuel spray right now is kind of okay. I hope you guys add more of this, or you can like invite me and I can like, you know, make a macro spray like this on my armor. That'd be kind of cool. So Splitgate, if you want to do some, you know, business talk, just DM me on Twitter at the macro show. I also kind of wish there was something at the end of a game, you know, like a play of the game. This could also add to more cosmetics to add to the game, like a highlight intro, just like Overwatch. Play of the game by macro, getting 6 kills right here. If you want a free to play game to survive, they got to go the Fortnite route and go all out with their cosmetics. This game, mechanically speaking, is amazing, aesthetically okay, and the cosmetics are weak. But cosmetics don't make for a good game. From a gameplay perspective, this game is pretty great. Since most of these issues I have with the game can be fixed in the near future, as long as it does get fixed, this game is near perfect for me. I very much enjoy it, and I very much want to keep playing this game. If anyone in my audience is a big Halo fan like I was back in the day, we're talking like the good Halos, not Halo 4, not Halo 5, you're 100% going to enjoy this game, which is why I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. But what do you guys think? Have you downloaded it? It's free. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this game. Okay, I want to shoot some enemies through portals right now, so I'll catch you later. You noob!